going to take you through 3 stretches to stretch out that low back. So we're going to start with the world's greatest stretch. Yes, you want to join in on this one. So Jess is going to start in a kneeling lunge position. She's going to put both her hands on the ground inside that front foot. She's going to gently tilt or tuck the hips to get a little squeeze on the glutes. And she's going to start to lean forward and sink into that lunge to where she feels comfortable. So from here, we're just going to lift that arm that's on the same side as the front leg and rotate the body toward that inside thigh and up to the ceiling. So Jess is going to settle in here for about 3 breaths. Each breath you want to sink into that stretch a little bit more. Good. So now we're going to switch sides. So she's going to bring that hand down, take the knee back, and start with the other side. So she's back into that half kneeling position, bringing the hands down, pulling those hips a little forward, and then she's going to rotate the other way. So bringing the inside arm up and soaking up the stretch on this side. So feel free to take the lunge a little wider if it feels pretty comfortable. If it's tight, just narrow up your stance a little bit more as we finish off those breaths. Good, and once she's through there, we're going to take it to our child's pose. So you can feel free to grab a pillow for your knees or to sit on. And we're going to sit on our heels first and then start walking those hands forward nice and slowly while keeping the bum on the heels. If that feels a bit tight, feel free to take your knees a little wider. You go with the stretch that feels best for you. So once we reach all the way out, we're going to sink down into that stretch and start going for our deep breaths. So every breath we want to think about lengthening the spine, stretching out our spine, and relaxing the body here. Good, keep those breaths going, and then once you've gone through 3 to 5, we're going to come up and go into our final stretch of the session. So go nice and slow because you've just stretched out, so we want to give the body lots of support. So now Jess is going to get onto her back for our leg over stretch. Feel free to grab a pillow to support your head. So she's going to take her arms into a T onto the floor, and then she's going to bring one knee up toward her opposite shoulder. Feel free to grab the leg for a little assistance. And then as she exhales, she's going to allow that knee to just fall gently toward the ground. And if the knee doesn't touch, don't worry, you can pop a pillow there or just leave it floating. Just make sure you're comfortable wherever you are. This is where we want to take 3 to 5 breaths. You'll feel the stretch go from the armpit to the ribs, to the back, maybe even to the glutes and the legs, and soak it all in. Then to come out, Jess is just going to straighten her leg down to meet the other foot, get back onto her back, and then she's going to repeat for the other side. So again, we're going to bring that knee across to the opposite shoulder and just let the weight of it pull you to the floor. Add that pillow if you need. And we're going to hang out for 3 to 5 breaths on this side. Good, taking in those deep breaths, feeling the body relax and stretch a little more with every breath. And then once she's done her breaths here, she's all done stretching out her low back for the day. So I hope you all enjoyed that and are feeling nice and loosey-goosey through the spine.